What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new here. Hey, hello, my name is Angela and I make videos about law school, lawyer life, and all things in between. If you are not new here and you're an OG, I know you've probably been wondering where I've been at. I took a little break from YouTube, but if you follow me on Instagram at _theaspiringboss, you already know I've been pretty much active over there, and you already know why I have been gone. I did post on my community tab here, but I know a lot of you guys don't see that, but I was preparing for my husband and I's baby boy's arrival, and he is now here. And so I just took some time off to do the mom thing, the wife thing. Comment down below if you know where that's from. Yeah, so that's where I've been. I have been thinking about you guys, particularly my 1Ls and my future 1Ls, because I know school is starting here in a week or 2 or 3, depending on what school you're going to attend. So I said I have got to set aside some time to film a video for my bosses, okay, my aspiring bosses. So I am going to be cranking out some content for you guys, and hopefully you guys will find this helpful as you journey through this new semester of law school. And for my future 1Ls who are not quite there yet, watch this, save it, and it'll be relevant for you when you head to law school, I promise. So let's go ahead and jump right in before baby wakes up from his nap, okay? So today's video is going to be your guide to law school orientation. Yes, law school orientation, as many of you guys know, it's something that you attend prior to the start of law school. It's usually held a week before law school official classes actually begin, and it's a great opportunity for 1Ls to kind of get a jump start, a head start, into law school before things get really real, okay? So first thing we're going to talk about is, what is the purpose of orientation? The purpose of law school orientation is a chance to get 1Ls and new students oriented into the law school. So help you get familiar with the school, attend information sessions that will be helpful for you as you navigate your way through your first year of law school. You'll get a chance to meet your future classmates. You'll get a chance to meet upperclassmen. You'll get a chance to meet your professors and other staff and administrators. So it's a chance to kind of network. There's many things you can expect. You can expect speakers, tours, some fun activities, resources, all sorts of things. So usually it lasts, I think it's usually at least a minimum of like 3 days. Some schools do a whole full 5 days, like the full, you know, school week. So it'll probably be about 3 to 5 days. My advice to you guys who will be attending law school orientation soon is to look at this opportunity as the beginning of your legal career. You know, go, be involved, participate, take advantage of the opportunities, and just kind of give it your all and utilize all those resources and networking and all those things that you're going to get prior to when things get real, which is on day 1 of law school, okay? Law school does not take that long to get real, okay? Okay, so now that we kind of know the purpose of law school orientation, let's talk about what to expect, like what you will be doing at orientation. Now, I mentioned there will be all sorts of activities, resources, information sessions, but people are usually surprised to learn that there's actually some sort of like assignments or exercises that are done in orientation usually. So you will probably get a lecture from a professor. You might get some assignments where you have to do a case brief, and if you don't know what that is, you will learn very soon. There will be probably breakout sessions where in the big sessions you'll meet as a large group, as the whole class, and then there will likely be breakout sessions in smaller groups where you'll get to know people, do exercises, you know, and by exercises I mean like actual like mock law school assignments and tasks and things like that. Essentially, your law school professors and staff are going to try to teach you guys, you know, the quick and dirty version of basic skills that you're going to need for law school as you enter into that first week of school and beyond. So next, I'm going to talk about some advice about what to do, you know, at orientation. Obviously, there's a schedule and agenda that you follow and you kind of go through the motions, but just a few things that I want to point out for you guys that I think you should really try to do and experience and hone in on during your law school orientation. So the first thing is to network and make connections. Like I mentioned, you guys are going to be meeting your future classmates. You guys are going to be meeting upperclassmen. You guys are going to be meeting professors and staff. Network, be friendly, talk to people. If you aren't the most outgoing, now's the time to kind of put yourself out there. You don't have to be, you know, the social butterfly talking to everybody, but you should try to establish those connections. And if you're lucky enough to meet the people who are going to be in your section, then you should absolutely try to build connections and make relationships with some of the people within your section. And for those of you guys who don't know what I mean by section, in law school, most law schools will put you in what they call a section your first year of law school, where you kind of attend most of your core classes for 1 whole year with the same people, and that's your section. So if you do if you know what section you're in, so say you're in section A or section 1, some schools use letters, some schools use numbers. For example, I was in section A, so my goal was to meet other members of section A. So I kind of knew some of the people that I would be having class with before even starting law school, so I could start making those connections, sharing tips, tricks, outlines, and all those things. It's super, super important in law school to have a support system. Some of your support system will be outside of law school, say your family, your significant other, your friends, etc. But you should have a support system within law school as well. So this is a great time to kind of start working on building that support system. And I'm gonna be honest, at orientation is where I met a few people who had outlines for some of my classes that I needed. And so it kind of gave me a jump start to the semester because people sent me outlines before class even started. Obviously, that's ideal if you do plan to use other people's outlines. If you don't know my whole spiel about using other people's outlines, go back and watch my videos. I've talked about it ad nauseum on this channel. But if that is your plan, law school orientation would be a good time to meet some of those people and start collecting and grabbing up those outlines. The next thing I want you guys to do is kind of dress the part. Now, when I say dress the part, I don't mean, you know, if you're a guy, you have to wear a 3-piece button-up suit. If you're a woman, you don't have to wear a skirt suit with stockings or anything like that. But I just mean look good, look professional. You might notice when you get there, there's a little bit more casual and things might get a little bit more relaxed as the days goes on. That's fine. I would just say make sure you look good, because when you look good, you feel good, your confidence is up, and you do want to put your best foot forward, you know, and make a good impression on people. And by dress the part, I mean kind of walk the walk and talk the talk. So this is where that's being able to socialize and put yourself out there and network comes in as well. Dress the part, look good, have an open mind as you maneuver through orientation week. Okay, the next thing I want you guys to do is attend optional events. So like I said, there's gonna be like an agenda. There's gonna be a set required timeline of events and sessions and things that you will be expected to attend as a law student. However, there will be optional events as well. These events will usually be social, or they'll be somewhat informative or like extra, like maybe about extracurriculars or things like that. I encourage you to attend these events if you can. This is just another opportunity to put yourself out there, to network, to get acclimated to your law school. Again, I know not everybody is a social butterfly, okay? But this would be a good chance to kind of step out on a limb and do something different, because again, building connections and networking is key in law school. And if you can do it before the actual pressure begins, I mean, I know there's pressure, but once you get that first reading assignment and that first week goes by, the pressure gets real. So if you can kind of start this and dig your heels in and plant the seeds before the pressure begins, you'll be in good shape. And you might have already made a friend who can be your study buddy or your accountability partner or something along those lines. Another thing I would encourage you guys to do if you haven't already is to do a campus tour, or even if you did when you visited the law school when you're thinking about going there, do another one. There's going to be all sorts of upperclassmen, like 2Ls and 3Ls, who are going to be volunteering at orientation and showing you guys the ropes, showing you guys where all the resources are, showing you guys where the hot spots are, the lunch spots, the hangouts, the library, all the things. Do all the tours, okay? Again, this is another way to become acclimated to your law school and meet people. And those 2Ls and those 3Ls are who you are going to want to meet, because guess what, you guys? Those professors' classes that you guys are taking, those courses that you are taking, they've been there, done that, know all the tea, okay? They know all the 411 on the professors, the courses, what to do, what not to do, what organizations to join, how to join organizations. And this is where you can really kind of ask those questions informally and socially and really kind of get to know people and really kind of fill out your school and how things are going to be going. Okay, you guys, so that's pretty much all I have on law school orientation. I am so excited for you guys to begin this journey. I'll never forget that feeling that I felt when I went to mine. I did meet people from my section. I did get outlines. I met upperclassmen. I met people who gave me key advice that really ended up changing the trajectory of my success at law school. I promise you, I'm not even exaggerating. So I'll leave you guys with a little story before I go. So luckily for me, I had already had a roommate who was also in my section from my law school. So me and my roommate kind of stuck together and attended law school orientation together. So if you do have a roommate or a friend that's also attending the same law school as you, that will kind of help you boost your confidence and put yourself out there, because it's usually easier to kind of do those types of things and put yourself out there with a partner rather than alone. But I digress. So yes, my roommate and I attended orientation together. We were also in the same section, and we ended up just kind of networking and meeting people. And we ended up meeting these, I think at the time they were, are they 3Ls? I think they were 3Ls, or they were rising 3Ls, yeah. And we ended up meeting them, and they kind of gave us the 411 on one of the organizations that we wanted to join, and they gave us the 411 on law school. They sat us down. They saw something in us. I don't know what it was, you know, I don't know. They saw something in us. They sat us down. They looked us in the eye, and they told us kind of a lot of things that I tell you guys on this channel. Law school is different from undergrad. You're gonna have to study your butt off. You're gonna need to do this. You can't wait to the last minute. You know, they gave us the 411. Then on top of that, they gave us any outlines they have for the courses that we had. And they kind of just told us their stories. They were both in the at least top 10% of their class. One was on law review, one was on mock trial. They kind of just told us about their success and what they did to get there. And you guys, from that day, it opened me and my roommate's eyes, because we were like, oh, okay, we knew law school was intense, but we didn't know it was going to take this much. Now we have to readjust, and we have to come up with a schedule, and we have to go hard so we can kill law school, because we both wanted to kill it. We both knew we were taking out student loans, and we knew we needed to make coins to pay back the student loans. And obviously we just wanted to be successful, right? So I just say that to say that you never know who you might meet, who might change the trajectory of your life. So take law school orientation seriously. Put yourself out there, network, socialize, and try to have a good time, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are not following me on Instagram, please do. I post on there way more than I post here. It's Instagram, so much easier. I will leave my Instagram in the description box below, but it's _ the aspiring boss. Also, if you haven't joined our Facebook group, The Aspiring Lawyers, I will be posting on there as well. I took a break from that as well. If you are in the group, then you saw my baby boy, because I did post a picture of him in the group, because y'all are my people. So if you haven't joined the group, I will leave the link to that as well in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.